brought back to life and eyes open and then just evil laugh, Joker laughs as it like pans out. Hi, I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Jess. And today, in honor of the new season of Miraculous, season 5 coming out, we are going to be making some predictions, what will happen possibly this season, possibly in the future, and seeing where all that goes. Lindsay doesn't know what topics we'll be predicting. I know everything. So, let's get started. First, we're going to be thinking about the Agrest family.
Do we have to? Do we have to think about them ever? I try not to.
Do you think Adrian is going to find out about his dad, first
He,
of all?
has to. I don't see any way where he just, lives the rest of his life not knowing. Not only that, but his twin cousin, who has a cousin that looks just like them? His cousin knows. So
Yes.
his cousin's gonna tell him,
and he was so close to finding out,
Yeah.
too. He was right there at the end of season 4.
I don't see how
I
he
died.
can live the rest of his life not knowing that. How could they as writers be like, this is fine, he doesn't have to know his dad was an evil guy trying to kill him half the time?
That'd be pretty great if he just lucky-dawed through his life and never found out, but... Okay, so I'm really hoping that this season that Adrian will find out for real and not get retconned like every other episode where he finds out.
Yeah, I have a rant about that, but I'm gonna wait till the end.
Alright, what do we think will happen when Adrian finds out? Will he fall and be like, I want to help my family, I want my mom back? Or will he stand on the side of, self-sacrifice for the greater good?
I just can't imagine he'd, at first he's just gonna be and that's it. So,
Just, nope.
Yeah. He's
No
gonna
thoughts.
be my mom has been in, the basement of my house. My dead mother has been in the basement
In
of
a
my
garden.
house. Yeah.
In the basement.
And my dad has been trying to kill me to bring her back. He doesn't know it's me, but even so, he's been trying to kill a teenager to bring my mom back. And yes, I miss my mom, and I wouldn't mind having her back, but this is messed up, dude.
Probably true. I think he's going to have a crisis, obviously, because who wouldn't at this point? I think it's possible, and this might just be me wanting it to be this way, but I think it's possible because Adrian understands what his dad is going through, and if it were possible to do without screwing over the whole world, he would want his mom back. But I think because of that, he kind of stands in the middle and might even basically get a good kid show ending with a good message and convince his dad to give up the Miraculous that he now has and move on, so Adrian could be the one to basically save Paris without bloodshed.
Right.
That's hopeful thinking.
I just don't think they should bring his mom back, though.
No, I don't think they
Yeah.
will. I don't
Good.
think they will. It's
Not like
him helping his dad learn to grieve.
Okay.
On the subject of all of the parental drama, do you think Emilie will awake this season? And if you do, what's she gonna be like? And you already know my theory on this, but...
I don't know. Here's the thing. I could see it being that she's evil, because, you married this guy. But, at the same time, I want to believe that if he woke, if he brought her back to life, she'd be like, what did you do? You destroyed Paris. You killed our son. What did you do?
Adrian's dead body's just laying in the corner.
I feel like she'd be like, I was perfectly fine dead. I was happier.
I really hope, though, that she turns out to be the ultra big bad. Because I think that would just be lovely. You're like, oh, this poor lady who's in a coma in the basement, and then suddenly it's like, oh yeah, I was originally using the Peacock Miraculous for such terrible things, I totally broke it. And her evil is what broke the Peacock Miraculous. That would be, I'd enjoy that.
It would just be an episode where she's brought back to life and eyes open and then just evil laugh, Joker laughs as it pans out.
That would be great, just Joker Emilie. Wait, would that make Gabriel Harley Quinn?
Yes.
Hawkmoth's plans defeat Natalie. So at the beginning of this new season, Natalie seems to be breaking away from Gabriel.
Yeah, she's over it.
She's over it, but also, what was the relationship Gabriel, Emilie, Natalie. What?
I think Natalie was just in love with Gabriel. Like, it was just like, which I don't know why you would be, but I think she was just like always there, like the girl, like she's just always wished she could be with him, which why would you? But anyway, I do think Natalie wanted to be with Gabriel, and that's why he like, out of love for him, kept helping him try to get his wife back, because like, I love you so much, I want you to be happy. But now she's just like, you won't listen to anything I say. You're being stupid. You're ruining everything. So I have realized that I'm in love with an idiot and I'm over it.
Yeah. I really think that she absolutely feels that way. I don't think she's going to be able to get out of it. I think Gabriel is either going to turn on her and somehow put her out of commission.
Yeah.
Or he's going to find a way to manipulate and use her.
Well, she's still like...
More than he does.
Like, she's still not well, right?
Yeah, she's still not well.
So if she turns on him, he could easily kill her. Like, I think she wants to turn on him at this point, but I think she probably is scared. She's probably like aware, like, I'm in too deep.
I think what she might happen, like if I was writing the show, she has enough information to bring him down, and I think she might try to get in contact with Ladybug and Cat Noir, and then Gabriel would basically use the Miraculous to put her in a coma like his wife, and then he'd have matching women in coffins in his basement. Going back to earlier with your twin cousin, Felix. At the beginning of season 5, he is being sheltered from Ladybug and Cat Noir by his mom, and he now has the Peacock Miraculous. So, why did he want it, and what is he going to do with it?
What did Felix know about Miraculouses? Miraculi.
We're never told how much he knows,
Yeah.
but obviously he knows their existence.
Yeah.
He knows what they can do, and he knows that Gabriel was up to some stuff.
I want to know why he knows about them.
It kind of... I have so much question, and it kind of makes me think it goes back to the twin cousin problem.
There's something up there. No one's cousin looks just like them.
Now that he has the Peacock Miraculous, what do you think he's going to do by the end of the season? What will his role be?
I think he's gonna tell Adrian, or I think something's gonna be like, someone has to say, why do we look the same? Why, like, come on, you guys are 14, you're not little kids.
I feel like that would be Alia, though.
Yeah.
She just whips out her reporter microphone and is like, why did the two of you look the same? What infidelity is going on in your family?
She's like, I have little twin sisters. Those are the only identical people I've ever seen before. I've never seen any other twins ever.
Okay, so I am hoping by the end of the season, Felix right now is an antagonist and he has the Peacock Miraculous, and so I think he's going to he's going to cause some problems. But by the end of the season, I'm hoping that he's like, it's weird that my uncle has a woman in the basement, and a lot of things are not okay.
He knows that's
here.
his aunt, though, right?
He does.
Like, so, like, when he saw
any woman
in
the basement isn't good. Yeah, so I'm hoping by the end of the season that Felix kind of joins with Marinette and Adrian and becomes an anti-hero sort of deal.
That would be fun.
I'm hoping for fun stuff to happen. Alright, so at this point in the show, Hawkmoth has all of the Miraculous, which is no good for anyone. And we saw in the first couple episodes of season 5 that Ladybug, with older Bunnix, gave little Alex her Bunny Miraculous that she'll have in the future. So, what other Miraculous do you think they're going to get back, and who will they give them to if they're new?
If it's someone new? I have no idea if it's someone new.
Yeah, they pretty much have divvied them all out.
I'm like, are there
point,
anyone else? Is there anyone left? I think they're gonna give them to the people they gave them to before.
Alright. I guess, who do you think, which Miraculous are going to come back, and who's gonna be part of the new team?
I don't know, I think it's gonna end by them getting all the Miraculous back.
Eventually.
But, they'll probably get, like, I'm trying to think, like, the order in which they gave them out. Like, did Alia get hers before? Yeah, so probably, like, Alia's next,
and then Nino.
Nino, but also her, Marinette's ex-boyfriend, what's his name? Luca.
I don't
remember.
Yeah, they were dating that one time. I forgot.
So I think he was one of the first ones, too. So he'll get his, and then the girl that Adrian almost dated, or...
Gabi.
Yeah. They'll get theirs, because I think they did get theirs before some of the other people.
Yeah.
Because I remember them having theirs early on.
I'm thinking that they won't get their core group back right away.
Yeah.
I think that they'll get smaller ones like Bunnix first, so they might get, like, Julica's back, or Rose, or Mark, and Nathaniel, and have to make a new core group.
They might keep some of them. Like, they might morph.
Oh.
Like Ladybug and like, the way
like
they've done
Pegabug?
it. Yes.
Yeah.
I think they might do that too.
That's also possible.
Until they get them all back, because to make themselves stronger and
I think being a kid's show, though, the last season was a lot about Marinette taking on too much herself.
Right.
So she's gonna have to learn to share the burden.
She is, but I think also... But I think I think I only saw the first episode of the season. I think based on what I saw there, it's also very much getting back to Ladybug and Cat Noir.
Yeah. So maybe she'll just have to share it with Cat Noir.
Yeah.
And finally,
because he hasn't really done that.
Have some discussions.
Yes.
Talks need to be had. Last thought on the Miraculous and who's going to be working with her. I thought it might be interesting if they brought in some of the Miraculous and characters from the movies, like when she went to Shanghai and America, and had them come in, if just for like an episode, to help out with something.
That would be cool.
And then they could have their very own superhero universe. Alright, so final question that everyone has been asking since season 1.
I think this is where I got my ring.
Adrian?
Yes! Okay.
Alright, Lindsay has the floor.
I'm so tired. Okay, writers, stop. Just stop it. I'm so... you've set it up from the beginning that Adrian and Marinette are going to get together. Like, you cannot tell me that they're not. In some way, shape, or form. Either it's Adrian and Marinette, Marinette and Cat and... Well, that's just what I said. Cat. No, Cat and Ladybug. Ladybug and Adrian.
Cat deserves to love himself.
He does, honestly. But, like, they're obviously soulmates, like, in every single way. Because they're in love with each other.
And they both want a hamster.
Yeah, that means soulmates.
Yeah.
But I'm so over that, if they get together, this will happen and that'll happen. If they tell each other their identities, which they have to tell each other their identities or I'm going to scream. If they tell each other their identities and they get together and this happens and then it's the end of the world and evil wins, evil is not going to win.
Because love?
Yes. Where there is love, evil cannot win. Especially the amount of love that Adrian should love Cat. Love yourself, bro. Adrian and Marinette have for each other. You cannot win. Evil does not, especially in a kid's show, evil does not win where there's love. And that much love and soulmate love, and they're gonna get married and
have a hamster.
And have a hamster.
Okay, so riding after that. So it's not going to happen unless this is the final season. So I think what might happen in this season is that they end up switching crushes. So they're like friends and they're kind of cool with each other now. And this past season, season 4, they've built up the Ladybug and Cat Noir friendship aspect. And I think it'd be interesting if they ended up switching crushes. Once Cat chills out a little, suddenly Marinette is like, wait, I really like Cat, and Adrian is like, I'm gonna chill on the Ladybug stuff, and finds out that he likes Marinette, and then you get Maricat, which is adorable and has been built up a little. For example, in season 1, Evil Illustrator, they had a great dynamic, and then season 3 with Were Dad, they fake dated for a little bit, and then in season 4, Glaciator 2, Marinette was practicing her love confession on Cat, and it's like, you guys are so comfortable with each other. You could just slide right into a relationship.
They need to find out each other's identities, because they're in love with each other in every single
Every
you're
way.
soulmates. Okay, writers, listen to me. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I already said this, but stop it with the it's the end of the world if they get together. It's not. They are soulmates and they're meant to be together. And they can tell each other their identities. It will be okay. Because they have to. Like, you can't marry
And
each
Luca
other.
already knows that.
Yeah.
Luca
It didn't kill. He didn't explode. We're fine.
Where's Luca's explosion?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which brings us to the Adrigami and Lucanette, which are the big ships that are like, will they end up with these people instead? So Kagami is already shipping Adrian with Marinette. So I feel like Adrigami is kind of off the table, at least as far as right now. And Luca, he knows their identities and he knows they're in love.
Yeah.
So he's stepping back.
When they dated, I think he was like, you're in love with someone else. I think he knows that she's meant for someone else because she is.
But Marinette is still putting a lot of trust in Luca. So I don't think Lucanette is 100% off the table for right now.
I will. This is Lucanette. Bye.
Lindsay took Lucanette off the table. I guess that's the end of it. Alright, those are our theories. That was all the theory fodder that I had for today, plus some. You heard Lindsay's rant.
Evil can't win if love is right there. Okay.
So that's what we're hoping for this season of Miraculous Ladybug. I can't wait for all of our predictions to be wrong.
You're so right. Everything's right. Parent Trap. It's a Parent Trap situation. The whole movie, the whole show is just based off Parent Trap.
Okay.
Superhero Parent Trap.
So, let us know if you have any contrary predictions down in the comments. Like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more Miraculous. We'll probably dunk on ourselves when we're proven wrong.
Yeah.
See ya!